First topic we have is this new TV show on Amazon Prime. It's called Invincible. It's based off a comic I think that came out maybe I know it's pretty recent. It's not like DC Marvel like old like Batman type shit. I know it's pretty recent. I know it was made after because the dude who made The Walking Dead made the comic. So I'm pretty sure it was made after The Walking Dead. I could be wrong. I'm not sure. Um, First three episodes dropped. We're gonna talk spoilers, but before we do that, let's just talk just in general. Like, what did you think about the first three episodes?
The first three episodes, I gotta say, the first episode alone is gonna make you want to watch the other two. So the first three episodes, I would say they're spot on, like heat, the straight heat. Like I just think that the problem with that is like they're probably gonna. I feel like they're moving so quickly, kind of, with the characters.
Well, I don't know how many chapters and shit there is, but I mean, I know what you're talking about. But it's like if I feel like if certain things didn't happen, it would just be like another superhero show that's just bloody, like
Yeah,
just kind of just to push the plot forward, make you question, like try to figure out what's happening. Pretty much.
yeah, because I feel like with most shows, like in terms of like build up and stuff. I feel like this show doesn't really have a lot of build up. It just gets straight up like to the climax, like all the time. Like that end of the first episode, bro. It's like it's like damn. I feel like I just seen like the end of the season. Like you know what I mean?
I don't think it would have had the same impact if they waited till the end of the season to do what they did at the end of the first episode. I feel like it's basically like it sets up this world and then it kind of just flips it on top of his head early. Like I like that instead of just waiting because there would have been nothing to keep nothing like for the viewers to be like okay like what's going on in this world like you know what I mean they just tell you what's happening and then you just kind of gotta go with it like I don't know.
Yeah, I see what you're saying with that. But I don't know. I just felt like when I seen that end, like that ending of the show, like that first episode, I was like, oh shit, like damn, he just all of them like that.
Alright. So before we really dive deep into it, let's just would you recommend it, you know, to like I don't know random people or like people who aren't fans of superhero shows or whatever?
I feel like this is like for everybody, like people who don't watch like cartoons like that, people who are into superheroes a lot, and definitely adults though.
Yeah, I don't think it's
It's
for
it's
kids.
not for like little kids, I would
It's
say.
definitely not. But yeah, I'd also recommend it too, just because it's like it's kind of just um, it's more realistic into like whenever you think of superhero shows, there's a lot of trash, but then there's like some shit that just kind of like raises the bar, like Static Shock or like Young Justice. Some shows that just aren't there's superhero shows, but then there's shit on top of it to make people outside of their fan base enjoy it. Like this, either whether it's the story or the characters or whatever. I think this specifically, regardless of like how bloody it is, it's not OD. Like it's you know what I mean. It's still it's I feel like it's mad realistic, which
Yeah, it's reasonable.
yeah, which
There's a lot of things that we overlook when we watch like superhero movies and superhero like animated shows. Like you'll see someone fall, you'll see someone like run with someone, you'll see someone just do things that could actually hurt other people, but it doesn't hurt anybody because it's just a cartoon. Like if they fall, like if they like fall or something in this movie, and they don't have like invincibility or something like that, they get hurt.
yeah, I fuck with it. Spoilers alert. We're really diving deep into the episode. Um, yo, I knew his dad was evil. Well, I don't know if he's evil, but I knew that his dad was gonna end up being the protagonist of the show. No, not
What, what's his
protagonist,
what's his
antagonist.
name again? I keep on forgetting his name.
Omni Man.
Omni Man. Yeah, 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 dude.
Yeah, and it's voiced by J.K. Simmons, which is J. Jonah Jameson in all the Spider-Man movies, like
Isn't he Jim Gordon now in
yeah, in the Justice League, yeah, that's him.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay, okay,
his
yeah.
voice is mad, like it's kind of crazy how perfect it is for like a superhero. Like it's mad deep and like profound. Like it's weird. Like it's crazy. Like he really sounds like a superhero. Like it's
Yeah,
crazy.
he does.
Yeah.
Kind of crazy though, cause like I keep on forgetting his name. I keep on wanting to call him it's Omni Man, but I keep on wanting to call him Ultraman for some reason.
No,
Yeah, but yeah, Omni Man, bro. Like he's a weird guy, bro. He's like he gives me like Superman vibes a little bit because of his powers, of course. But in terms of personality, he's like he doesn't really have much of a personality. He's not too serious and he's not too like laid back. He's just
I feel
like
like that's the whole point. I feel like when he was making this, I guess I was watching some interviews, and he was basically saying he like his whole life, Robert Kirkman, he said his whole life he wanted to make like a Spider-Man esque superhero thing, but he knew that like that's so basic, like everybody does that shit. So he basically took like some ideas from Spider-Man and took some ideas from like the Justice League, and basically it's like what would happen if Superman's son got powers, and then they flipped it on its head by saying like, and he'd have to end up fighting his dad. Like you know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
how would that work out in a world where everybody sees his dad as like this god, and even he sees him as this god character.
Mhm.
Like so, it's like how would he be able to basically like fight that, like combat that? Like it's kind of a crazy concept. Like you see, like it's like you fighting your own dad. Like you find out your dad is a serial killer. You're like,
Yeah.
wait, what? Like that'll just change everything.
I know, and you don't even want to swing on your pops, bro. Like if my dad wanted to come fight me, bro, I don't even know if I'll be able to swing on him like that. Like I'll have to get really mad. You know what I mean? I don't know. He's gonna hold back. Like I'm waiting to see that fight happen, bro, because he's gonna hold back in the beginning and he's gonna really get messed up, bro.
Cause he's already been like fucked up. Like first the episodes he's got fucked up so many times.
Yeah.
But it's like that even that in the first episode, that one punch he did to his chest, like he felt that, like you know what I mean? He felt that, like, and his dad, this nigga fucking genocided the whole planet. Like I don't think Invincible could really hang on him. Like
Yeah. Yeah. Yo, that once when I seen Omni Man, like when they were fighting those aliens, once when I seen him go into that portal, I already knew it was like he did it on purpose and he was just about to kill them all. Like that.
I thought when he said Earth Earth is not it's not yours, like it's mine. I thought he was gonna say it's mine or some shit, like I don't know. Cause
Mhm.
I kind of my prediction is pretty much it has to do something with the race of the people. Like I feel like we're gonna see way more of the, I forget what they're called, like Ver or something, I don't know. I forget the race of the aliens, but I feel like we're gonna see way more of them. Like I feel like we haven't touched upon anything. Like the first three episodes are really nothing. Like you know
Yeah.
what I mean?
But since like since we know that he kills like the whole like league that he was in. What was it called again? The
That's the thing. He wasn't in the league.
Oh yeah, he
He
wasn't in the
wasn't. He was just like he was basically the top hero of the world, and he just helps them out from time to time. But he's not in the league or what? I forgot the Guardians of the Globe or something. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
Guardians of the Globe, yeah. Which is I thought that was kind of corny the name, Guardians of the Globe. But
I feel like that's the whole point. Like if you realize that all the the their names are like insignias on their chest or whatever. Like he has the I, his dad has the O. Like some of them have like it's kind of like on the nose. Like so
I
it's
feel like
supposed
he's
to be
gonna
like
get like
that.
I feel like later on in the show if he gets a new suit, he shouldn't have no. I think he should just leave it without no letter. I don't think you need to have like a on your
I
suit.
mean,
Like,
I think that's just like that's just the aesthetic. Like that's just you know that's just how it is over there. Like in that
I
world,
like Batman's because Batman doesn't have a like he just have a bat. He has a bat literally as a
it's more like a
symbol.
symbol versus like, but like you know, like Incredibles, they have the eye. Like
Yeah.
it's just how that's just how it was back in the day. Pretty much, that's how I see it.
Hmm. That's
Um, but what's it called? That's like even though I knew it was brutal, that end scene of the first episode was fucking brutal. Like, bro, he demolished them. Even though he got hit, like, bro, like the fucking this. I think it was like red dash or some shit. That nigga was fighting. Like you could see he was scared. Like in his eyes. Like he was like. Yo, he was punching all like he punched his chest so hard that he broke his wrist, and he was still punching. Like he was like, yo.
yeah.
And
But
then
those
once,
punches were actually hurting him though.
nah,
Apparently,
yeah.
he was coughing blood and everything.
They got some good hits on him, but it just wasn't looking good for those niggas, man.
I think the worst, like the most craziest one was it Nightwing with
The
black.
Black Batman, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was the worst one, but that was bad. Like he didn't even get a chance to hit him. He was gone.
Bro, he literally grabbed him and slammed his head. Literally, his head just split in half. Like literally, just split in half and it just blew up. Like his head just blew up, and then all you see is his bottom jaw, bro. He's just like that, and he's dead, bro. Like
Nah, it was a
actually,
lot.
it's a tie between that one and the was it the
Wonder
girl?
Woman,
Her
the
face,
Wonder
bro?
Woman.
Yeah,
Oh no
yeah.
no, she didn't get. No, that was like the green girl. She was like phasing through walls.
Oh yeah, yeah.
The Wonder Woman one is when he spun her head around.
Oh
Like,
shit.
like he spun her head around. Like I've never seen somebody throw up on their back. Like that's like he really. Yeah, he Omni-Man. Yeah, that's the thing I like about the voice actor specifically. Is like even though he's stern, you could still hear like the discipline and like the like I don't know. It just sounds like yo, that nigga could be evil. Like just the way he
Yeah.
talks, like his voice patterns and shit.
Like he talks like he's a nice guy, but like it's kind of like a condescending voice. Like you hear him talk, and then you hear like oh shit, like kind of like you know like Outlander. Like remember how Outlander in that last episode of The Boys, how he was just talking to the people, but you can see in his eyes like
Exactly like the voice, exactly.
yeah.
But yeah, that. I like another thing I like about the show in general is just like the animation. Like you could tell it looks basic from like some angles, but then once he starts flying and shit, that shit looks fucking fire. The action scenes are fire.
Mm-hmm.
Like you could tell they went all out on the show. Like
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, there wasn't anything I didn't really like about the show. Like
Yeah, the show doesn't have any faults.
literally,
It
like
doesn't really have any faults yet.
well, I can't hold you. This is like anime for me. Like
Mm-hmm.
when I see this, like this is like it's like anime without all the weird goofy like
Mm-hmm.
shit. Like you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah, that they have in it. Yeah.
Like oh, there's some titties over here, like some weird shit. Like just no
Yeah.
nosebleeds, like none of that goofy shit. Just
Yeah.
straight to the bullshit. Like and it's mad realistic. Like when it not even with people bleeding, just like the characters in general. Like what's it called? When there was a scene where Invincible he was talking to like he was training and then his mom comes out and he's like and she's like yo what are you doing like get your ass to bed and he's
Yeah.
like make me like
Yeah.
even
Yeah.
though it's fucked like I was like yo who the fuck is this nigga think he talking to
Yeah.
but
That's
like
what.
I just it's realistic to see because they set up throughout the whole show like he basically once he found out his dad was a superhero at like I think he found out like 13, 14. His, like, no, not 13. Probably like 10-ish. 10-ish. I think.
He looked like he was
Bas-
about like 10.
yeah, he was hella young when he found out. He basically thought he was going to get his powers at 14.
Mm-hmm.
So the fact that he got it so late, he kind of, you could tell he was like, he got cocky pretty much. Like even when the bully was hitting him, he was like, nigga, hit me as hard as you can. Like I don't give a fuck. Like
Yeah.
all of that, just like you could tell he. It's like when you get power, it's like what do you do with it pretty much. That's kind of how I got from it. It's like his mom's like, nigga, I'm gonna love you regardless of what you like, what the fuck type of time you're on. Like you could be a regular nigga or the greatest superhero of all time, I'm still gonna like treat you like my son.
Yeah, yeah.
That's hella realistic. Like you know,
I was surprised. Honestly, when he said that, I was surprised he said that.
Nah, I was surprised he said that too.
Because he doesn't seem like the character that would say that. I don't know. He seems like a really like a pushover kind of pretty nice kid.
You could tell he's basically it's one of those things. It's like where when a nerd gets like a lot of money. It's like, oh,
Mm-hmm.
that nigga thinks he's a shit now, like because he used to get bullied back in the day. Like that's
Yeah.
just kind of how I took it. Like I don't know. There was just I just loved it all, bro. Like after I watched all 3 episodes, I was fiending for the next one.
I mean, if I had superpowers like that and my mom came at me like that, I think I would listen to her.
I see that, but I guess it's just in a whole different world. Like you know what I mean? Like regardless of how we see it, he's I guess he's just seeing it as like his dad's the greatest superhero of all time. He has a lot to live. He has a lot to live up to, so he's way more focused on that than like school or anything like that. He's trying to like live up to his dad, and like you know what I mean. Like another good part I like when he went to go stop his first bad guy. He had like the mask on or whatever. Like he didn't have his suit on. And
Yeah.
he went to go fight the dude, and like his dad was like, bro, you can't just start fighting off the rip. Like you gotta actually train and shit. Like, and he
Mm-hmm.
said it to him. He's like, bro, no, he's like, nah, bro, hit me as hard as you can. Like I could take it now. Like, yo,
Mm-hmm.
he's ready to go on when he really doesn't know anything about his powers. He doesn't know anything. Like he's just ready to straight go become
Yeah.
this god. And it's like.
That's
You
how
gotta
like
chill.
that's how most teens are. Like they don't want to listen to their parents. They just want to be like they have no sense of patience or anything like that. They just want to be like do it.
I mean, we were all like that, man. You know, it happens. It makes sense. I just, uh, I don't know. I really don't know what else I can say about it other than like, I can always see it going up from here. The only down thing, because after I read a little bit about the, like, Invincible, like the comic book, before I continue what I was saying, a dope thing is that, you know that black chick that he was fucking around with?
Yeah.
In the comics, she's white. So I think it was dope that they made her a black chick. You know, it's like,
Yeah.
represent, you know?
The voice actor, what's her name? Her name's so weird. But the girl from Deadpool, Domino. Who
Oh,
played,
yeah, yeah, yeah. In Atlanta, too, right?
yeah, she was in Atlanta too. Yeah.
I didn't really even think about it.
Yeah,
Uh,
she's the voice actor.
well, yeah, well, she's white in the comics, so I'm like, I see you, you know? You got a little jungle fever, you know?
And the main character is the Asian guy from Walking Dead.
I'm hip. Steve
Steven.
Yeun.
Yeah.
Yeah, the cast is stacked. Like, it's a lot of great voice actors.
Hmm.
Which is I find to be dope. But yeah, I only read like a little bit of it, so that's when I figured out that the dad was evil or whatever. But I didn't read any more, just because I don't know. It's not a long series, like it ended pretty short, so it's like um, see, I have high hopes for season 1, but for season 2, it's like where other than like the dad being evil, it's like what else can we look forward to? You know what I mean? Other than like him fighting the dad, like I want to see what else they could set up
You think
without.
it go over the like it's like the animation is gonna be more longer than the
I
comic?
don't know. It could be shorter. It could be longer. Like he could fight his dad season 3. Like we don't know. Like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But if it's like, I I want more surprises other than just this. I like this surprise. It's really dope. But I just want to see I just want to see him grow into like a after all this is done. What is he gonna grow into? Like, you know what I mean? I don't know. I just want to see more. Like, I feel like I got a little taste, and I really want. I'm looking forward to the rest of the show.
Do you have an idea of why, based off what you've seen in 3 episodes, what would you think would be the reasoning of why the dad killed the leader of the globe?
Um,
Sergeant of the globe.
I personally think it has to do. It's gonna be some type of invasion.
So alien invasion.
Like,
See, based off what you told me like kind of earlier when you said like he is like the shit now, it's kind of like he's thinking he's like a god. So imagine what his dad's like feeling like. He came from a planet where all of them can do the same thing he can, and then he's on Earth where everyone's kind of like not as strong as he is. So I'm kind of thinking like he's probably thinking of like my theory is like he possibly thinks that he like Earthlings are like are like not inferior to to his people basically, and they're not like the perfect being. So like to him, like we're probably like an ant. You know what I mean?
but that's the thing. It's like, so why did he have a kid here? Like, why did he fall in love with the wife? Like, why did he even want to become a superhero? Like, there's just so many questions that I want to find out. I hope they actually dive deep into it because it's like
And the thing too, like I understand what you're saying. That is like, why did he like hook up with like a human? Is like at the end of the day, if you see like at the end of the day, like say like a racist person at the end of the day is like that you they can hate black people, but they can still mess with a black shorty and
no,
still be
I'm hip.
racist. You know what I mean?
Even in all the like let's say Greek mythology, Zeus was fucking humans all the time.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, I guess. And a part that kind of caught me off guard is when he said he wanted his son to get powers. So that dinner scene when after he throws the trash bag into space and he's like, oh shit, I have powers now, and he tells them, he kind of like stood there like, you know what I mean, like just his reaction wasn't like, oh my god, he has powers. He was like, what? And
Yeah.
like the wife kicked him under the table, and he's like, "Oh my god, yeah, word, you got powers!" Like, you know what I mean? It's just little things like that. You're just trying to figure out like, didn't you want him to have powers? Like, I'm so
Yeah.
confused. Like, I don't know, but
I think he's afraid of him because he has powers. That's what I think personally.
maybe it's like a
Because he's part human. You know, you gotta understand. Like he's the only one that can possibly kill him. So he's like, damn, now my son's a threat. Like I didn't have to kill my son, but I might have to end up killing my son
but then why train him? You know what I mean?
because you gotta think of he's half human, he's half alien. There's a possibility that he can convert
Join
him.
forces.
Yeah, join forces. There's a possibility that he might betray him. So I think he's like, at the end of the day, he still loves his son because it's his son. But at the same time, he's like, damn, I might have to like kill him.
I don't know.
That's what I think. I
Nah,
think he's
yeah.
like, I think he's just caught in the middle of like, damn, like I don't want him to have powers because like at the end of the day, like he might become my enemy, but it's like he also become my ally.
But yeah, that's the dope thing about it. It's like you're just trying to figure out why, like what's going on, you know.
Yeah.
So, um, if you would rate it 1 out of 5, what would you do?
So far, based off what I've seen, I would say it's a honestly, I would say it's a 5. Me personally, based off of what I've seen right now.
Yeah, just the first 3 episodes. Obviously, not the whole show. The first three
Yeah.
episodes. Fucking, I agree. 5, like 5 out of 5.
Because
Sitting
what could you
hard.
say? What could you say that's really really bad about it? Yeah.
Literally
Nothing.
nothing. Like there was parts where I was laughing. There was parts where I was like kind of shook, like kind of grossed out. Like there was just you kind of felt a lot of emotions, and it's like, man, it's only been 3 episodes. Like you really don't know enough about any of the characters. Like you know what I mean? But you still like, damn, that nigga really cheated on that chick. That's fucked up. Like you know what I mean? Like just certain shit where you're just like, damn, they're doing niggas greasy. Like, and now the dope thing I love about just TV shows and movies in general, a director can basically show the audience shit that the characters in the show can't see. So now we're looking at the dad differently than everybody on the show is, which is like really fire because you could actually you're seeing his reactions to shit. You're like, yo, this nigga's funny, man. Yo, like, it's just certain shit. It's just like everything he said, like, yo, it's a part of the job. Like, oh, all my friends died. Yo, let's go get some pizza. It's like,
after that funeral scene, bro, I was like, yeah, that's messed up. He's all acting like everything's all good.
and even the government is kind of like, cause that Hellboy, that Detective Hellboy looking nigga, which is I think it's kind of fire how he just pops up out of nowhere. But even him is like, nigga, all you guys died except for one, and there's no trace of anybody. It is a little suspicious, like, you know what I mean? That's just if you gotta think about the facts, that's just a fact. Like, they were brutally murdered, but he wasn't that fucked up. Like, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It's like, how do you guys get jumped and you don't see who jumps you?
Yeah.
Like, you know?
Especially someone that can hear, has super senses, and especially Omni Man is like, nah, you have to have at least seen who hit you, because like, come on, all of you, you're considered like the best hero group. Yeah. All of them got moved. You know what I mean?
Slaughtered. Like it was a fucking homicide. Like it's dead body parts everywhere. Mm-hmm. Like it was fucked up. Right? Yeah. So I guess that show comes out every Friday. I'm gonna be on it, bro. I always wait for like a show to hit me hard, like enough for me to be really interested in it. And I like that it's not just they drop the whole season and we get to binge it. I like it's like we're kind of leading up to something. You kind of feel the build up more. You start if you sit there with these 3 episodes and you're just like, what the fuck is happening? Like you get a whole week to really try to think about what's happening next. I also feel like I'm glad they didn't just drop 1 episode, even though the first episode was hard. It's just with all 3 episodes, you get to learn more about Mark himself, more about his whole family, more about the dynamic, and more about the fake ass Teen Titans he was with. You get to learn. Also, a side note, on the action scenes, that action scene with when all the aliens came, that shit was fire as fuck. Like the girl that multiplies, the way she was fighting was fire. Like, like
the thing about her too, because she's like a regular human too, kind of. If she makes one mistake and she doesn't multiply in time, she's dead.
Like there was so many times where they would just about to stab her, and then she just multiplies, and then her coffee gets stabbed. And I just thought it was just kind of sick how they were using her ability. So, like I don't know, let's say on some Naruto shit, like, you know what I mean, like he's like they're like pushing him on so much what's it called like when I say Naruto, I mean like the fighting games, I forget what it's called, but how they would like push you out of the way of danger or whatever.
Yeah.
Shit like that is just fire to me.
I just think like I wonder, could she go more than 3, or like is that just her cap?
I think she could go. The highest we've seen was 3, but I'm pretty sure she could go into a lot. She could make a lot. I could be wrong though, but I just think that was pretty dope. And I want to find out what.
So hold on. So what if she dies when she has a clone out? Do the clones still live on? Is that what was happening in the scene? I thought she got killed, but
there was so many times when I thought she died, but I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know, because it's making me feel like that's not the actual one, the original one. Like she can just multiply herself and die. And then...
It's funny, you know the Blue Brothers or whatever.
Yeah.
Their whole stick was like they both one of them is a clone, but they both think they're the real nigga.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like that. It's like, how do you know I'm not the real one? Like I could be the real one.
Yeah.
So it's like, well, I guess we'll find. I'm pretty sure we'll find out eventually. But I liked everything about it, bro. Character designs, like even the music, like I don't know.